This whole time, I've been saying it over and over again. This is not a crime, but people wanted to argue with me. They're like, Birdman, it is a crime, dude. It doesn't matter if it's a girl, you cisgender male scum. But now, finally, I got some evidence to back up what I've been saying. We got some proof that this is not a crime, alright? I'm gonna put up a picture on the screen. You may happen to recognize this woman, and if you don't, as you can at least see, it is a mugshot, so this is indeed one of the teachers from a This Is Not a Crime situation. I don't think I actually made a video on this exact story, but I do think this is one of like the most famous pictures. This is one that I see all the time. I think what a lot of these sites will do is they'll just use this picture even if it's talking about a different story just to like clickbait people or whatever. You know, maybe the actual teacher is ugly or something, or maybe they don't got a pic, I don't know, but I see this picture all the time and this is the story that it comes from. So let's get into the article. This right here is the title. Teacher 34 is found not guilty of seducing high school football star 16 and having a threesome with him and a colleague after judge said the student athlete was untrustworthy. Alright, so a couple things. Basically, number one, the teacher was found not guilty, which is the most important thing to look at here. Not guilty, aka this was not a crime. Number two, the reason they gave was because the student was untrustworthy. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but we're gonna find out later once we look at the article more in depth. And also number three, notice that it said threesome, and this article is only referencing one of the teachers saying that she's been found not guilty. There's another teacher out there that we gotta find out what's going on there. But also, can I just say, as a side note, this kid is a legend. Not only did he get one teacher, he got up in two. And not only did he get up in two, he got up in there at the same time. I don't know how you managed to pull that off. I think you might have a better chance of winning the lottery. I'm being serious. I mean, think about how many lottery winners there are, and then think about how many people have had a threesome with two of their high school teachers. Like, that shit just doesn't happen, man. This is like a storyline straight out of Brazzers. This doesn't happen in real life. Like, this is out of a movie or something. Like, I'm just mind blown that this happened. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I guess, you know, it does happen in real life because this kid did it, but I don't know how you pull that off, my man. So we just got to salute you because that is truly impressive. That might be one of the most impressive things I've ever seen because I have no idea how you managed to pull that off. But as I said, keep that in mind because we got to see what the deal is with the other teacher, because I've kind of skimmed through the article already. They gave a little like spark notes section and it kind of just detailed it a little bit, but they don't talk about the other teacher, so we got to kind of do a little bit more investigating and see what happens. So let's go ahead and get into it. Judge Danyelle Taylor said she found the 34-year-old teacher not guilty due to prosecutors not proving their case beyond any reasonable doubt, the Times reports. I don't know what that fucking word is. Judge Taylor told the court evidence provided by the main witness, the teenager who accused Dufresne of having sex with him and having a threesome on another occasion, was untrustworthy. There's that untrustworthy word again. So basically, to me, it seems that the teacher was found not guilty because, number one, there wasn't enough evidence that the event in question even happened. I guess they have no evidence that this threesome ever occurred. And also, they're saying the kid is apparently a liar. Like, they keep using the word untrustworthy or whatever, but I think that's like a fancy way of them saying, yeah, this kid's a liar. Which is interesting because I do think this happened because there is actual evidence, but the problem is there's not evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, but there is some signs and some stuff going on that does point in the correct direction, but it's not enough to get a conviction on the teacher is what I think is going on here. So I guess what they're doing is they're just saying that the kid is lying, and that's kind of like their defense or whatever. whatever. But it's weird that there is no, like, text messages between the two or anything. Like, there's literally nothing out here that could prove that something happened there. Like, that's really weird that there's just, like, nothing there like that. Also, it is worth mentioning, I guess, that the judge was a female, which usually judges are male. I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm like 99% positive that there are more male judges than female judges. So maybe she saw this teacher, you know, she was trying to help a girl out, something like that. I don't know. Well, actually, now that I think about it, maybe not, because I feel that a male judge would understand more what was going on here, because at one point that male judge was also a 16-year-old kid in high school. You know, he knows what's up, all right? He ain't stupid. He knows what's going on. So I feel like a male judge might actually be better in this case than a female judge. Actually, I don't know, man. You know what? Maybe it really was as simple as there wasn't enough evidence there to convict this teacher of this happening. Like, I guess that's really all it was. So let's continue. Let's see what's up. It was also claimed Dufresne communicated with the student through a fake Facebook account, Madison Mexicano. She used a photo of the cartoon character Speedy Gonzalez. Okay, well now this shit's starting to add up. She set up a fake Facebook so that it couldn't be traced back to her. What the hell? That's some next level shit. She's a pro out here. This probably wasn't even her first time. She really planned this all out like that. This is definitely not a normal situation, because most of the time, like, that's how they're instantly caught. You know, they got like text messages or Facebook messages or whatever. She over here setting up a fake Facebook, yo. Like, that is some next level shit. I gotta salute it. Like, hey, that's how you get away with stuff, apparently. I wouldn't think that that would even be that safe either. Like, there's no way they could just, like, I don't know, check the IP address on the Facebook and like link it to her house or something like that. That seems like it'd be pretty easy. You got like these 13-year-old kids on the Xbox Live lobby who could look up my IP address. You're telling me that the police can't search an IP address? Like, it seems too good to be true. But apparently that's all it took. Just a fake Facebook account. Instantly, they couldn't prove it was her. I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, let's continue. She already had to register as a sex offender in plea deal in St. Charles Parish to avoid jail time. Dufresne had to undergo a 90-day inpatient mental health treatment program. Yeah, apparently she's mentally ill. Surrender her teacher's license, that makes sense, and stay away from the victim. Yeah, we got a real victim here, and his family. Also, that does make sense as well. Respess case will be heard next month. Okay, so it seems that she did get in some sort of trouble, even though it's not guilty or whatever. She had to go through a few steps in order to avoid jail time, but for the most part, it wasn't anything too serious. And also, you notice that last line, it says Respess case being heard next month. That's actually the other teacher's name. Here's a picture of her. You might have seen this picture as well. This is like the most famous two mugshots. Like, they always put these on everything. But yeah, we don't know what's happened to this teacher yet. We're gonna find out next month when she has her trial, but I would guess she's probably gonna be not guilty as well, because now they actually have the precedent with this teacher's case for her case, so I'm sure they'll be able to use that. Although, I will say, this bitch fucking set up a fake Facebook and all this undercover shit, so if the other teacher didn't do all that, they might have some evidence on her. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, bottom line, regardless of how we got to this conclusion, the conclusion is not guilty, alright? This is now the second case that has come back not guilty. The other one was actually the first ever This Is Not a Crime episode I ever did. That girl also ended up, well, I guess that woman also ended up being found not guilty as well. So you see, we are getting justice for some of these quote-unquote crimes, you know? So that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. As always, the article will be linked in the description if you want to go read it. It's actually pretty long, so I just tried to pick out like the most important details, but there's a lot actually actually in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video gets monetized, man. YouTube been killing me, dude. I actually tried to tone it down a bit in this video. I don't know if you noticed. I think I only said fuck like 5 times in a whole like 10+ minute video, so that's got to be like a new record for me. So maybe YouTube could at least place an advertisement on my video, you know, so I can make something off this video, or maybe not. I don't know, you know, who cares? I enjoy making videos for free, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet. Yes, I can get it on my mind, my own mind, while I'm waving out the window like bye, bye, bye.